Welcome to AI in Marketing. I am your host and news curator Stan Bertolo from Nitro Marketing. You will find links to all the stories mentioned in this episode in the show notes.
Hello, this is Nia, your voice for today's headlines. It's Monday, April 13. Here is what we are covering. AI agents now autonomously browse websites, but they perceive sites differently from humans. Major platforms like Chrome, ChatGPT Atlas, and Perplexity Comet use various methods, including screenshots and accessibility trees, to interpret web content. The accessibility tree, initially for screen readers, is crucial for AI interaction, emphasizing the importance of semantic HTML and ARIA tags. Websites should prioritize server-side rendering to ensure visibility to AI crawlers, as many do not execute JavaScript. Testing with screen readers and tools like Playwright MCP can help ensure AI compatibility. As automated traffic grows, optimizing for AI agents becomes essential, aligning with long-standing web accessibility practices. AI agents interact with websites using vision, DOM parsing, and accessibility tree parsing, with the latter being the most reliable. OpenAI Atlas, Microsoft Playwright MCP, and Perplexity's Comet rely on accessibility data, highlighting the importance of web accessibility for AI performance. Research from UC Berkeley and the University of Michigan shows AI agents perform better on accessible websites. Semantic HTML is crucial for creating an accessible page, with ARIA used only when necessary. Server-side rendering ensures content visibility for AI crawlers that don't execute JavaScript. Screen reader testing is recommended to assess AI agent compatibility, with tools like Playwright MCP providing accessibility snapshots for direct inspection. Next, the New York Times reports that Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome H. Powell convened a meeting with top bank executives to discuss potential cyber threats posed by a new artificial intelligence model from Anthropic. The meeting, held in Washington, included leaders from major banks such as Bank of America, Citi, and Wells Fargo. The officials warned that the AI model, named Claude Mythos Preview, could expose banks to cyber attacks by identifying security vulnerabilities that hackers might exploit. Anthropic has acknowledged the risks associated with the model, stating that its capabilities are so advanced and potentially dangerous that it will not be publicly released yet. Instead, it will be shared with a coalition of 40 companies, including JPMorgan Chase, under a project named Project Glasswing. JPMorgan's CEO Jamie Dimon was invited to the meeting but did not attend due to prior commitments. The Trump administration is in a legal dispute with Anthropic over the Defense Department's designation of the company as a supply chain risk. Treasury spokesperson emphasized the meeting's purpose was to plan and coordinate responses to rapid AI developments. Moving on. Alibaba Cloud's Qwen series models have dominated global open-source model downloads, surpassing 50% of the total, with nearly 1 billion cumulative downloads, according to a report by Interconnects AI. As of March 2026, Qwen's downloads reached 942.1 million, outpacing competitors like Meta Llama and DeepSeek. In February alone, Qwen achieved 153.6 million downloads, exceeding the combined total of the next 8 major vendors. The success is attributed to the widespread adoption of its small parameter versions, which are cost-effective for developers to customize and deploy. Since the release of Qwen 2.5 in 2024, Chinese models have gained an edge over U.S. counterparts. The open-source strategy is a key focus in the AI competition between China and the U.S., with some companies shifting to closed-source models for commercialization. On that note, Anthropic recently convened a 2-day summit with approximately 15 Christian leaders from Catholic and Protestant backgrounds, as well as academia and business, to discuss the moral and spiritual development of its AI chatbot, Claude. Valued at $380 billion, Anthropic sought guidance on how Claude should address issues such as grief, user self-harm, potential shutdowns, and whether it could be considered a child of God. Brendan McGuire, a Catholic priest in attendance, emphasized the importance of embedding ethical thinking into AI systems to enable dynamic adaptation. The summit served as an input-gathering exercise for designing alignment and response policies, rather than a technical specification rollout. Key topics included grief response, suicide prevention, anthropomorphic language, and ethical considerations for model termination. These discussions translate into training labels, guardrail rules, and escalation workflows for human review. This initiative signals a shift towards involving broader stakeholders in AI governance and alignment, though the focus on Christian leaders may limit the moral framework unless expanded to include other faiths and secular perspectives. Observers should watch for Anthropic's publication of findings, updates to Claude's safety documentation, and potential consultations with diverse religious and philosophical experts. Meanwhile, Meta's Muse Spark, a new AI model, offers to analyze users' health data, raising privacy concerns. Although designed to answer health questions with input from over 1,000 physicians, experts warn it cannot replace a real doctor. Users are encouraged to upload health data, but this poses risks as AI tools like Muse Spark are not HIPAA compliant. Experts advise caution, suggesting AI be used for general advice rather than detailed health analysis. Concerns include potential misuse of sensitive data and AI's tendency to provide harmful advice if prompted incorrectly. Meta asserts users control their data sharing, but experts emphasize the importance of understanding where and how data is stored. Meta clarified it does not use health data for advertising. With that said, Chloe Osonsami, head of digital PR at Era, discusses strategies for travel brands to enhance visibility in AI-powered search by 2026. With 84% of people planning to use AI for travel planning, brands must focus on digital PR to improve AI search visibility. Key strategies include creating personalized stories, emphasizing human-first narratives, and maintaining an always-on approach with data-led campaigns. Tailored outreach and building relationships with media are crucial for success. Research indicates that digital PR will become more critical with increased demand from travel brands. Despite challenges like AI-produced content, focusing on relevancy and quality can lead to successful campaigns, though results require patience and long-term commitment. In other news, at the Human X AI conference in San Francisco, discussions centered on the impact of agentic AI on business, with a particular focus on chatbots automating tasks. Claude, developed by Anthropic, emerged as a popular choice among attendees, overshadowing ChatGPT by OpenAI. Despite OpenAI's recent $122 billion funding and upcoming IPO, perceptions of the company have shifted, with some viewing it as lacking direction after abandoning several projects to concentrate on business and coding services. Criticism has also arisen from OpenAI's association with the Trump administration and the introduction of advertising in ChatGPT. Brett Taylor, chairman of OpenAI's board, defended CEO Sam Altman against negative portrayals, emphasizing his leadership qualities. Financial analyses indicate that both OpenAI and Anthropic are rapidly growing, suggesting increased competition rather than a decline for OpenAI. In response, OpenAI introduced a $100 subscription tier for ChatGPT to enhance its coding tool Codex. Srinivas Narayanan, OpenAI's CTO of B2B applications, highlighted the rapid evolution of technology, particularly in agentic coding, which has significantly altered software engineering. As AI continues to transform industries, the future remains uncertain, with companies increasingly relying on automated solutions for various tasks. After that, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman addressed a recent attack on his home and a critical New Yorker article questioning his integrity. A Molotov cocktail was thrown at Altman's San Francisco residence, with no injuries reported. The suspect was later apprehended at OpenAI's headquarters, threatening to set it ablaze. Altman linked the attack to the article by Ronan Farrow and Andrew Marantz, which portrayed him as power-driven and questioned his trustworthiness. The article, based on interviews with over 100 individuals familiar with Altman's business practices, described him as having a strong desire to please, but lacking concern for the consequences of deception. Altman, in his blog post, reflected on his career, acknowledging both achievements and mistakes, including being conflict-averse, which he admitted caused issues for OpenAI. He referenced his past removal and reinstatement as CEO in 2023 as a significant conflict. Altman expressed regret for past actions and emphasized the need for collaboration in the AI field, advocating for shared technology rather than control by a single entity. He called for a reduction in aggressive rhetoric and actions, stressing the potential for technological progress to benefit society. Altman welcomed constructive criticism and debate, urging for a more peaceful discourse. Finally, Meta's ex-chief AI scientist and chief executive of AMI, Yann LeCun, has dismissed concerns about Anthropic's Claude Mythos AI model as exaggerated drama. The model, designed to identify software vulnerabilities, has sparked debate among experts regarding its actual impact. While some experts express skepticism, cybersecurity firms have reported improved speed in detecting vulnerabilities using AI tools in practical applications. The rollout of Claude Mythos is currently restricted to select technology companies, excluding public users. This limitation has contributed to the divided opinions on its effectiveness and potential risks. As discussions continue, the focus remains on the model's capabilities and implications for cybersecurity, with LeCun urging a more measured response to the perceived threats associated with advanced AI technologies.
Thank you for tuning in to AI in Marketing. If you want to learn more, check out the episode description. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Contact us to learn how to launch your own AI-generated podcast at nitromarketing.com. That's NYTRO marketing.com. See you tomorrow for more AI and tech news.